successful business and still have a life. My name is Stacey Morgan, and this episode is brought to you by my Thrive Mastermind. The doors open to Thrive every March. We only run it once a year. It is a combination of group coaching and one-on-one coaching with other ambitious women in business. I do hope that you can join us. Get on the waitlist now at simplystaceymorgan.com. And in today's episode, we are going to wrap up our professional development series by talking about mastermind programs. And of course, I have a lot of experience in masterminds, both as a participant and as somebody who runs masterminds or runs masterminds for other people, creates them for other people. And so I have lots to share with you, but I'll try and keep it short and sweet. But I did want to touch on the other two episodes that we recorded. Episode 23, we talked a lot about professional development that you can do that doesn't take too much investment in terms of your time and energy and money. Things that you can do that are in your hometown, things that maybe just take one day out of your normal work schedule. Things like that are super important to invest in, not just for what you're going to be learning, but also the networking that can happen around that as well. In episode 24, I shared with you the big two experiences that I've had in terms of big investment when it comes to professional development, and that was to go away from my space. So not do something that's just going to take a breakfast, but something that was completely out of town. And in one context, completely out of my country, because that kind of big investment often yields really big results. And of course, I am really missing being able to leave the country and to be able to go off and do some incredible learning like that. So I hope that that inspired you to be able to do some research and find the next big event that you're going to get to go to, and we're all allowed to go places again very soon. And today I want to talk about doing things that are big investments of your time and energy and money, but things that are going to be more ongoing and things that are going to have, really big goals set around them. And that is all part of what is often referred to as a really good mastermind or executive coaching group. So when it comes to Thrive, I often say that Thrive is a combination of one-on-one coaching and group coaching. And I think that that's a really good place to start when you're looking for a mastermind for yourself, being able to find something that is going to have opportunities for you to learn with others, to learn in a group context where you're going to hear other people's ideas and other people's thoughts, where you're going to be able to contribute to conversation and to be able to share your experiences with others. I think the beauty of a mastermind is that you're not just relying, like if you go to a conference, you're kind of sitting back and relying on the people on stage to feed you information. The beauty of a mastermind is that you're there as part of a collaborative experience where you get to share your knowledge and you also get to learn from the other participants that are in the group. And that is really, really valuable. So finding something with group coaching where you're all going to be centering around topics that are relevant for your business, and you're going to be able to share, somebody's going to present to you knowledge, and you're going to be able to share your thoughts and feelings and how that works for your business, and to be able to listen to others and how it works for their business as well, can often spark really good ideas for you and give you thoughts and feelings and things that you normally wouldn't get in a professional development setting. So that's always really useful. I think it's also important to have one-on-one time. So time where you're going to be able to really delve into your business and your business goals and what you'd really like to get out of the investment, because it's so easy for us these days to be able to just take on information. There is so much information out there, whether that's free information or paid information. You can jump on YouTube at any time of the day and, watch videos and have people educate you and be learning things about your business. But really being able to get that into your own business and how it's going to work just for you is so important. And having a coach there to do that with you and to work through that with you and to bounce ideas and to reflect back to you how you can make really impactful change in your business is often really important. So that's a really good place to start when it comes to finding a mastermind that is going to be right for you. You want there to be lots of different elements in terms of what you're going to get and what you're going to learn. But I think part of that is that group coaching and that one-on-one coaching. You want to be able to have time where you're connecting with other people, you're connecting with a coach, somebody is going to help walk you through. And, that brings me to talking about accountability. A mastermind is so good for accountability. It's something that you can't get, again, from going to a live event and sitting back and just learning. You don't get that from an online course that you buy and you sit down and you work through the modules. Masterminds are so good for accountability because the accountability works in two ways. Not only do you have accountability from your coach or the person that's running the mastermind, you put ideas out there, you brainstorm ideas with them. They give you strategies and tactics to work through, and then you put them into your business. But also you have accountability for all the other people that are there as well. So quite often masterminds will have accountability groups, or we'll have a buddy system where you are able to connect with other people. If the masterminds are small, like for Thrive, our mastermind is really small. So we have a Facebook group and we have a community that way, so that everybody is holding each other accountable. It's really important to have that accountability, because that's, the beauty is in that moment where you can tell everybody what your intentions are and what your goals are. And then you actually really need to follow through on those, because you have other people who are going to ask you about it. You have people that are going to check in on you. You have people who are counting on you doing your homework or going away and doing the work, doing the brainstorming, putting the process in place, having the tough discussion. You've got people around you who are really going to be there and to be holding you accountable and helping you out in that moment. And that is, such a beautiful part of being part of a mastermind. So many masterminds have a live element that goes along with that, and that's been really difficult over the last couple of years, obviously, but it's always really good, in addition to getting to form connections and collaboration and relationship with people across the screen. It's also really important to be able to do that in a face-to-face way where possible. And I say that that's not always possible, of course, and that's, more relevant now more than ever. But even if you join a mastermind that is, something that is international, they will often have a get together that is in New York or in London or somewhere that everybody that is easily accessible for everybody, that people can come together and have that immersive experience that where you're actually hugging people and people are right there in front of you, and you can have that conversation or go out for that dinner and sit around and just get to know people a little better. Because that networking element of a mastermind is also part of the investment. And it's something that is often really easily overlooked by people. They think, what am I going to get? What are the tangible things that I'm going to get for this money that I'm investing? Because often masterminds, start at, $15,000, $20,000, especially if they're a year-long mastermind. It's not a cheap investment. It's not a cheap way to go in terms of what you're putting into it, but the output that you can get out of it and what you can get out of it if you really, really, step into it and really take on all of the knowledge that you're learning and take on all of the opportunity, the investment, you can make that 10 times over from a really good mastermind. So often if there is the opportunity to get together and have that networking experience, that is also something that will be a great takeaway for you as part of that program, getting to know the other people, getting to know their businesses, getting to collaborate with other businesses, getting to see where there is connection. Perhaps you're from the same side of the world. Perhaps you're from the opposite sides of the world, but you have ways in which you can collaborate. Perhaps you share an audience. Perhaps you'd like to share an audience. Perhaps, somebody has an audience that you would like to tap into. That's the kind of thing that, they don't put that on the brochure. They don't put that on the PDF download when it comes to being able to promote a mastermind, but it is something to seriously consider. If you are the sum of the people you surround yourself with. So if you're going to be investing in a mastermind and you are going to be spending that money, you want to make sure that the other people that are going to be part of that program are going to be really on your wavelength and really wanting to get the most out of it as well, because that will help you get the most out of it too. So that's a really important consideration when it comes to looking at different mastermind programs. And for me, for so many years, a mastermind was so far out of reach. It wasn't something that I was willing to invest the money and the time and the energy into. I just couldn't. I was too busy working in my business. I had too many classes to teach. I had too many emails to answer. I had too much going on, and it just wasn't a possibility. But what I found was that when I did actually take the big leap, and, it wasn't something that came really easily. I had to have tough discussions with my family members who were going to have to help out, with pickups and drop-offs and meals and all of that. It was a tough discussion I had to have with my business mentor when she said, "You're going to spend how much on what now?" It was a tough discussion with my husband that, he also said, "You're going to spend how much on what now?" And that means you're going to be, immersed in this, once a month or twice a month, and you're going to have to travel to the other side of the world. Like, there was a lot that went into it, and there is a lot that goes into that decision. And I don't say that to scare you, and I don't say it lightly either. Investing in yourself and investing in your business as part of a mastermind program does take tough conversations to start with. It does take a shift in mindset. It does take often we play small because that's easy and that's comfortable. And stepping into a mastermind means, stepping outside your comfort zone and stepping into a bigger game and stepping into the being able to live up to that investment that you're making in yourself. Not only are you going to spend the money, but you're then going to have to do the work, right? And so that's often scary. It's so much more comfortable just to sit back and just keep things as they are and not be uncomfortable. But we all know that through that uncomfort, that feeling, that hesitation, comes growth, and great things can come from that. So if you are doing your research and you are looking at investing in something for yourself, something that is going to help you be surrounded by other people that are going to help lift you up, other people that are going to celebrate your wins with you. Running your own business is really lonely sometimes, because, you have a great day, or things go really well, or you hit a target, or you reach a goal and you go, yay, and then back to work. And that's that. But being part of a network and a community and a mastermind that has other people in who are holding you accountable, when you do hit that target or do reach that goal, and you have people to bounce off and people to tell and people that are excited for you, it just amplifies the experience. And the experiences I've had in mastermind groups with other like-minded people has just meant that those moments in business feel less lonely. Those moments in business have been made a really big deal, and I've been really able to celebrate those wins and those milestones, which I would never have done if I wasn't in a mastermind. And, some of my my best business girlfriends, some of the smartest women I know, are women that I've met as part of these programs. And they are lifelong friendships, and people that I can call, people that I know that I can pick up the phone and call, and they will get it. They will understand. They'll be like, I've been there, or that sounds awful, or I know exactly where you're coming from. And that's really valuable as well. So I wanted to share with you today, those things that you don't think of, those things that are outside the square, and to plant the seed in your mind that a mastermind program is something that is achievable. And whilst you might feel like you spend too much time currently working in your business to be able to spend and invest time and money and energy in working on your business, that when you get to the point where you can, and where you trust yourself enough that you can, and where you want to be, uncomfortable for a little bit to push through and see those big results, then I want you to know that you can, because I want you to know that it's not just something that is for other people, or it's not just something for people that are, have 7-figure businesses. It's not just for people who are not you. There are so many different tiers and so many different levels of mastermind program out there from so many different coaches, and finding the one that is right for you and finding something that works for you is going to be a game changer when it comes to your professional development and investing in yourself and your business. And I totally encourage you to get out there and see what's out there and see what's on offer. And if you have questions, this is my jam. As I said, I've been a mastermind participant, or I am a mastermind participant, and I also run my own mastermind for my own coaching clients. And I also help other big organizations put together and run their own masterminds as part of their offering as well. So I love talking about this stuff. If you're looking into to certain programs, I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to see what you're researching. I'd love to be able to share with you my knowledge and be able to give my hints and tips, and according to what you will get out of certain programs because of what their inclusions are, etc. So hit me up on Instagram if you are doing the research. I'm at Simply Stacey Morgan. And of course, you can find out more about Thrive, my mastermind program, at simplystaceymorgan.com. Thrive is a 6-month mastermind program, so it's a lot more affordable than investing in a 12-month program. The 6 months is with incredible like-minded women, and we do it every year starting in April, which means the doors open in March. But we've got a wait list going at the moment. And as I said, it's quite a small mastermind. So it's quite, there's a lot of accountability and a lot of camaraderie in that group. So we like to keep it quite small. If you'd like to go on the wait list so that you're the first person to hear about it when it's time to enroll next March, then you can join the wait list right now. You can do that at simplystaceymorgan.com as well. If you enjoyed this episode and if you'd like to share your thoughts, please do a screenshot of this episode, and then stick it on your Insta story and tag me at Simply Stacey Morgan. I hope you've enjoyed this little delve into my passion of professional development. Of course, professional development takes investment. It takes investment of time and energy and money. But if you're willing to do the work, then the payoff can be absolutely massive. And I'm wishing you all the success in finding the right professional development for you. I hope that whatever you invest in, you will be able to make the most out of it, or get the most out of it. And because there is so much out there in the world, I would love to hear what you're up to and what you're finding is working for you and not working for you as well. Please hit me up, jump into my DMs on Instagram, and I will talk to you very soon.